Okay. Um, I would say my favorite animal to see at the zoo is probably like a penguin or something.
You
Um,
copied my answer.
Hi, my name is Schritt. I'm a master's student at City London University.
Hi, I'm Rosari Naveena Selvan, cognitive neuroscience doctoral researcher at the University of Minster.
And we are both visiting researchers here at the Penn Center. Currently doing a study, a virtual reality study with the Apple Vision Pro headset, where we look at the effects of biophilic elements.
So the study is based on stress reduction theory. So we try to understand whether being in a biophilic environment in a VR helps us reduce stress in a way that it's going to have a lot of implications in the future. If we could find something, it could be used in different setups, like in a clinical setting, or even in education for educational purposes. So for me, when I started aesthetics and architecture, I had this broader aim of reducing the gap between the designers and architects and neuroscientists. So whatever I have learned here would help me do more research in a way that would establish a relationship between the experts in architecture and the cognitive neuroscientists to build a more human-centered designs that would have a good impact on brain.
I mean, everything that involves technology is gonna go wrong at some point, and especially with like new and very complicated technology like the headset.
For me, it was a reminder again that every participant is different. So you can't actually have like a similar approach to everybody, though the methodology is going to be constant. The way we give the instructions, the way we explain things are going to be different. People going to be in VR is going to behave differently. That was the huge challenge, I would say. For me, I think when it came to neuroaesthetics and architecture specifically, it was a great learning experience how to ask right fundamental questions in the field, how we approach this new field. So that was really interesting to hear it from Anjan himself and also from Veseliki, with whom I have been working. Additionally, it is also that I just realized I have never used a psychological questionnaire before or did the full-fledged scoring analysis stuff. So that was also part of my new learning experience, and I really enjoy doing that now.
Strategy for people who were not able to establish.
My experience with like the lab members has been really really great. I really enjoyed every Tuesday lab meeting, just talking to people about different ideas, kind of like the fact that everyone kind of comes from a kind of different background, really like brings in some interesting conversations.
For me, it has been really a great experience because I have been seeing Anjan from a very far distance via like some video talks, presentations. So to be in his lab and to get to learn from him, it's really nice. I really like the part where he just puts the ideas in front of you and you kind of let you choose it.
Yeah, I didn't have any prior experience to like being in a lab before, and I thought it was like a very great first experience. And this internship also like taught me a lot about what I'm like planning on doing in the future. Just from having conversations with everyone, I did realize I wanna work in maybe neuroethology or developmental behavioral neuroscience. I before coming here, I didn't really know what my niche is gonna be like, what my niche is gonna be supposed to be. But I do think I've gathered a lot more ideas and a more precise direction that I want to go in.
So, though my interest lies in neuroaesthetics and architecture specifically, I also got to know the other two important aspects that the lab studies, like morality, for instance. I got to learn a lot from Mariola, like what her work has been, and she is like one of the inspiring figures I found in the lab. Additionally, Hannah, for instance, doing the study on neuroaesthetics and art, for instance, I was involved in the or I was there for a couple of few sessions of fMRI and got to learn how you study brain networks in that area, for instance. So though you have a specific interest, aesthetics is something that connects everybody in the lab, and that kind of help us contribute to each other's project, scientifically being there when needed, and also grow as a scientist. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Peter Schritt. I'm researching. Wait. Hi, I'm Peter Schritt. Wait, I have to think about my new university name. St. George University. St. George City University. Okay. Hi, my name